What's good, y'all? I'm sitting out here at Shiawassee Park in Farmington, praying and studying Matthew chapter 13. There's this parable Jesus told in Matthew chapter 13 where the sower sowed good seed in his field, and then an enemy came in and sowed bad seed at the same time. And then his servant was like, so Lord, we're gonna go and pull up the bad seed or the bad crop that the enemy sowed in the middle of your field. And what God said is, or rather what the sower said is, nope, if you do that, you're gonna actually pull up the good seed with the bad seed. And it reminds me of the story of the ugly duckling. I think you all know why I'm talking about the ugly duckling right now, because I'm sitting here surrounded by tons of these ducks out here, and I'm thinking about the story of the duckling, where, you know the story, you had a swan that was mixed in with a duck family, and the swan was treated like he was ugly, he was treated like he didn't belong, he was treated like he was useless. But the reason that the swan didn't fit in is because he was with them, but he wasn't of them. And I think about who we are as believers, who we are as Christians, and who I was growing up. I was the black sheep. I was the guy that didn't fit in, even though I was in the streets, even though I was gang affiliated, even though I was hanging with the wrong crowd and all of that stuff. God had something so much bigger, so much more important for my life than the small world that I was stuck in. And I had a lot of issues with self-esteem during that time because I didn't fit in, because it was still clear that I was different. And the Lord started dealing with me recently, even again, about being sanctified, being set apart. And there's a phrase that I actually heard somebody else say that's really stuck with me, and that is, different is better. And it's actually better to be different. Even if you're starting a business, if you're starting a ministry, if you are starting a new job, you don't have to conform. You can be different. Being different is better than being better. If you think about your favorite music artists, whether it was Prince or Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston or the psychedelic George Clinton, what made all of them awesome was they were different. They were the ugly duckling. They didn't fit in anybody else's genre, so they just created their own. And as the righteous, Matthew chapter 13, talking about who we're called to be as believers, we're sold in the middle of the tares, but we are wheat. We are God's good seed. And there comes a time when you grow up spiritually, when you mature, where it's time for you to come out of the environment that you used to be in and allow God to make you this brand new person. And so, I just decided, it's my first time doing this, but I decided to just share some of my own little private time with you all, some of my Bible study time. It was real crazy how these ducks just started surrounding me, and so it's an interesting little parable into Matthew chapter 13. There's a whole lot of other scriptures that apply as well. But love y'all. It's Minister DJ David John. Holla at you.